Once upon a time, in a small coastal town surrounded by blue seas and golden fields, there lived a young boy named Ishaan. He was 19 years old, full of dreams, but also full of impatience. Ishaan believed that life was a race and everyone must reach somewhere great before time ran out. He always compared himself with others. When he saw someone getting good grades, he felt behind. When he saw someone winning a competition, he felt late. When he heard of someone starting a business, he felt unsuccessful. In his mind, everything was about the destination, the achievement, the position, the victory. And because of that, he never enjoyed anything he did. He walked to school quickly because he wanted to be the best student. He played football not because he loved the game, but because he wanted trophies. He helped his family not because it brought joy, but because he thought it made him a better person in people's eyes. Deep down, Ishaan believed that happiness existed only at the finish line. One evening, while sitting near the seaside, Ishaan saw an old man repairing a wooden boat. The old man hummed softly, smiling as he worked. His hands moved slowly but steadily, as if he was in no rush. Curious, Ishaan walked up to him and said, "Grandfather, what are you doing?" The old man looked up, smiled, and replied, "I'm fixing the boat, young boy. It will take time." Ishaan frowned. "Why are you smiling then? Isn't it boring and slow?" The old man laughed gently. "When you're doing something with your heart, there is no boredom, only presence." Ishaan didn't understand. To him, the only thing that mattered was finishing fast. He asked again, "But don't you want the boat to be ready quickly? Don't you want to finish it as soon as possible?" The old man wiped his hands with a cloth and looked at Ishaan with wise eyes. "Young boy, most people are so focused on reaching the end that they forget to live while they're getting there." Ishaan felt confused, so the old man continued, "You remind me of myself when I was young. I too believed that life only started after reaching success, but I learned something important. Life is not the destination, it is the journey itself." Ishaan still couldn't make sense of it, so the old man invited him to sit by the fire later that evening. Ishaan agreed, hoping to understand. As the sky turned orange and the waves became quieter, Ishaan sat beside the old man. A pot of tea boiled slowly. The old man poured tea into 2 cups and handed one to Ishaan. "Tell me, what do you want the most?" asked the old man. Ishaan replied instantly, "To become successful, to reach my goals." The old man nodded. "Good, but let me ask you another question. Why?" Ishaan thought for a moment and said, "Because it will make me happy." The old man smiled. "And what makes you unhappy now?" Ishaan sighed. "Because I am not there yet. I am still far away." The old man looked at him gently and said, "That is where the problem begins. You tied happiness to a future destination, a destination that keeps moving further away as you walk. Tell me, when was the last time you truly enjoyed something without thinking of winning, competing, or reaching somewhere?" Ishaan opened his mouth, but no words came out. He couldn't remember. The old man drew a small path in the sand. On one end, he wrote "Start," and on the other end, he wrote "Goal." "When we are children," he said, "we start walking on this path with curiosity. But as we grow, we run. Then we sprint. Then we panic. We only look at the goal and ignore everything happening along the way." He paused, then asked quietly, "What if you reach the goal but miss the journey? What will you remember?" Ishaan felt something shift inside him, but the old man wasn't done. "Listen carefully," he said. "Your victories will last for seconds. Your medals will gather dust. Your achievements will fade in people's memory. But your journey, your struggles, your learning, your friendships, your moments, those stay with you as long as you live." The next morning, Ishaan woke up with a strange calmness. The old man invited him to join in repairing the boat. Ishaan agreed, though he had never done such work before. At first, he kept asking, "How much longer? When will it be done? How many steps are left?" The old man kept smiling and continued working. After a few hours, Ishaan stopped asking questions. He started focusing on sanding the wood, applying oil, tightening screws, and watching how the pieces fit together. Slowly, he began to notice things he had never paid attention to before. The texture of the wood, the smell of the sea, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of waves hitting the shore. 3 days passed. On the 4th day, the boat was finally ready. It looked beautiful, strong, shiny, and balanced. Ishaan thought he would feel proud only when it was finished, but surprisingly, his happiest moments were when he was working on it. He turned to the old man and said, "Grandfather, I think I understand now. Fixing the boat was not only about finishing it, the work itself felt good." The old man nodded. "That is the secret many people miss. We believe the goal holds the joy, but joy hides in the journey, not the end." Then he placed his hand slowly on Ishaan's shoulder and said, "Young boy, don't rush through life thinking happiness waits at the destination. When you reach one destination, your mind will create another and another. If you don't learn to enjoy the walk, you will spend your whole life running and never feel alive." Ishaan closed his eyes and let the words sink into him. He thought of school, football, competitions, and his big dreams. Suddenly, he realized it wasn't wrong to have destinations. Goals gave direction, but his mistake was believing that life only mattered when he reached them. He whispered softly, "So the journey is life itself?" The old man smiled warmly. "Yes, the journey is where you grow. The journey is where you learn patience. The journey is where you fail, rise, make friends, build character, and discover who you really are. That is why your journey matters more than your destination." From that day, Ishaan changed in small but meaningful ways. He still studied hard, but now he enjoyed learning instead of competing. He still played football, but now he played for the love of the game. And he still helped his family, but now he felt the joy of being present with them. Years later, Ishaan achieved many goals. He became successful in ways he once dreamed of. But when people asked him what he remembered most, he didn't talk about awards or certificates. He talked about early morning practices, laughing with teammates, long nights studying, time spent with family, and those beautiful days by the sea fixing a boat with a wise old man. As he told this to his friends, he ended with the same lesson he had learned many years ago. Goals give you direction, but the journey gives you life. Don't rush, don't compare, don't wait to be happy. Enjoy walking, not just finishing, because in the end, the journey is the real destination. Life doesn't give you one more day, it is one less. We all need a quiet reminder that time is moving, whether we notice or not. We not here forever, but can decide what we want to do within the time we have. Live each moment of your life, then letting it pass sadly. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share it with someone who might be racing too fast through their own life. At Dream Big Hub TV, we are here to provide the inspiring stories and knowledge to fuel your journey. Don't forget to subscribe and join our community of dreamers who understand that the path is just as beautiful as the peak. Until next time, keep dreaming big, but don't forget to enjoy the walk. Stay well and stay peaceful.